What's going on? You're tuned into Kick'em TwoFootTalk. We're out of season. Makes it a little bit harder to entertain you guys. Makes it a little bit easier for us to get through the soccer shit and get on with our lives. So, I'm here with my man BurrOaks. Oaks, looks like you have less facial hair. What's going on?
Buddy of mine threw a Memorial Day barbecue where he was making brisket and wings, and I couldn't get a haircut appointment in time, so I just cut off my beard knowing it was going to get all full of sauce anyway. So, yeah, just rocking a little shave right now.
Yeah,
He'll be back. Give it 2 months.
say, are you happy with your decisions? Same thing happened to me today, and then all of a sudden I was like, I just cut off my little mustache. I was like, I don't feel like it.
Yup. Yeah, I mean, it don't bother me. It'll grow back in like less than a month.
All right, so again, we did just wrap up the season. We're still going to have picks for you. We have a Champions League to cover. There are still promotion matches and whatnot. I'm not worrying about them too much right now. I will do my congrats, which is another random segment that I'm going to add in for the end of the season. But this week is going to be pretty much just Champions League talk and some of the good Copa Libertadores, Sudamericana, and Brazilian League for me. Oaks is going to be handling any MLS that he thinks you guys should get interested in. I will say I'm already on a Ty Barabo goal for tonight, so I'm not even – I won't watch the game, but I updated. Hey, Ty scored again. So all-time choke job against Inter Miami, too, if you want to, like, slowly ease our way into fuck yous. But
Inter Miami sucks.
Yeah, and Philly can't beat them at home. So I'm glad we made all the decisions that we did over here in Philly. Outside of Ty,
sports have a history of making great decisions, though, don't they?
Yeah. Have you watched the Sixers over the last 15? It was like
the process. Are we still trusting the process?
Well, I told them as soon as Embiid got MVP, trade that motherfucker. His value's only going down, and he doesn't get out of the second round. You know what he has done the last 2 years?
Collected a big fat check.
Yeah, and lose all his value. You know what he hasn't done the last few years?
Get out of the second round?
That's fucking right. Okay. Now, I know it seems like I should be running a few of these franchises, but believe it or not, no. I barely work above minimum wage for my bullshit corporate job. So, you know, it's shocking. But besides Philly, just sports boards and owners, you know who is doing a good job, and as a team I don't really like, is the Eagles. And you know what? How he's doing his thing. So that I will not just completely poison all of Philly sports. But goddamn, if you can't keep a 3-0 lead, I don't know what you can do in the MLS. So fuck yous. First one, keeping it nice and fresh. I have Real Betis on here. So I know that we're just going to downplay the Europa Conference League when we're talking about like European championships, but Chelsea really just like tripped into another European title, and I think
their bench is worth more than every other team in that competition combined.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Oh no, they were supposed to win this. Like,
right.
It's funny how little they tried until they were just like, "Oh, we're in the knockouts now. All right, yeah, throw all these guys on the roster too." Because they didn't roster like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 like regular starters, and then all of a sudden they're in, and you're like, oh, yeah, they're way better than everyone else. I'm more mad at Betis for just like I've never seen a team waste someone that oozes class the way that fucking Isco does. Dishing out dimes in the first 10 minutes wasn't good enough to get Betis across any sort of line.
Cole Palmer shoving the fucking man of the match board in his jock too, like he deserved it. Like Isco wasn't the best player on that pitch by 100 miles with the eye test. You watch that and fucking tell me Isco isn't playing a completely different sport than these other fucking bums.
Well, you watch that and you're just like, wow, how good would Isco have been in the Premier League? Because damn, if y'all thought Eden Hazard was good on the ball and dribbling, if you could have watched Isco absolutely dismantle all your defenses.
At 33 years old, he was out pressing that entire fucking team for 70 minutes till his legs went.
So, fuck you, Chelsea, and fuck you, Betis, for that game. I was Enzo Fernandez also every time where I'm like, fuck this guy, please don't come to my team. He then puts in a performance where I'm like, shit. He's one of those guys I don't want to sign, but if they did, I would be like, all right, well, you better hold the fucking caliber now, because I see glimpses of it, and then I see just like him thinking he's got it and he doesn't. It all just feels very Argentine to me. The only one I can really trust is Di Maria, so that's where I'm at with it.
It's good guard, Jacob. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Congrats on the new Union kit.
Hey, matchboard jersey. All right, that's sick. Keeping it Spanish, I have Osasuna on here. Just no balls at all. None. I cannot ever get on the right side of Osasuna either. But if you're telling me you can't muster up the balls to beat Mallorca, who was fucking horrendous this year, to get a European spot, good. I don't want you representing Spain. Somehow Villarreal, after the season 80, they're going to be in the Champions League. And you guys couldn't get fucking Europa Conference League? Fuck you, Osasuna. You guys are fucking garbage. I don't think anyone in La Liga has balls. Well, I could add up all the Premier League, Champions League titles, and they wouldn't even touch La Liga. So that's a little awkward to go by. It's also weird.
This is the first European final a Spanish team has lost to a non-Spanish team since 2021, dog.
Yeah, facts. The rest of them are just Brazilian and me complaining because I did pretty solid. I won't lie to you. I got Juventude on here because like I only needed them to get me one, and then Bragantino even got a fucking red card. And you know Bragantino is really known for their defense and all that. You couldn't score a man up against fucking Bragantino, so Juventude is dead. That final was so ass. I'm sorry. Are we ignoring the fucking all English final that was absolute garbage that we had to watch, where one team had one shot on fucking target? So I don't know if we want to go in that final was ass and Spain has no balls arguments here. We had to watch Man U and Tottenham play each other.
Chelsea's still ass, by the way. Like, I know they ended up winning that game, but that team was fucking ass for 70 minutes. And I kept saying, I'm like, this fucking Chelsea squad's going to play Champions League? That's embarrassing.
That was even more ass. That's true. I hate all EPL teams besides Arsenal. What a shit one to pick. Yo, Ryan Cherokee to Newcastle. Tell him what's up.
Speaking of fuck you, the entire EPL.
Corinthians, Atletico, MG. I'm not even going to say anything besides just that's not Brazil. You're going 0-0. How you get Hulk on your team and you don't score one fucking goal? I just don't get that. You realize if this man gets it within 40 yards, that's a green light. And
Did they not win a free kick either?
Well, dude, he only took 2 shots. Here's a simple fucking game plan. Give the ball to Hulk and let him shoot. I don't give a fuck if he misses in row Z. One of those fuckers is going to burn through the net. But obviously better than whatever else you were doing. 0-0. And again, this is in Brazil. Are we going to switch all of a sudden that everyone plays defense? Because if I go and look at the shot volume, I think we'll be looking otherwise. So that's all I'm going to say. Ain't that the Pie squad? He's on Corinthians.
Yeah, he is Corinthians.
And if you guys remember last week, I did warn you, hey, don't get excited by all the names for the Corinthians.
Rafael Borges still playing football? Good for him. He just scored for Internacional.
Oh, shit. Did I bet against Internacional?
2-1 leading Bahia.
Oh, no. I just took both teams to score. We're good.
Nice. Well, catch that.
All right, cool. Thank God. He has been doing me dirty, too. That's all I got.
Yeah, fuck the EPL. Fuck last week at EPL. No goals anywhere, so that was absolutely atrocious. I went like 2-10 on my leans. They were fucking trash. So Liverpool, suck a dick. Crystal Palace, suck a dick. Chelsea, suck a dick.
Hold on, Nottingham Forest, suck a dick. I took both teams to score.
Yeah, I had draw on that one. Under 2.5 cashed, but yeah.
Newcastle too. Fuck them. They fucked me over, but I just really like them a lot.
Aston Villa, dog shit red card by the ref there, by the way. But
dude, how you not going to call that a red card though? Emi Martinez did just straight up tackle the dude on a
yeah,
breakaway.
I mean you're right.
My favorite.
I'm clearly biased. I have Up the Villa on the chalkboard behind me, and what told you guys I want Villa in the Champions League. So,
well, I saw a comment and it was just like a lot of people are trying to call out Emi Martinez here. Isn't his job to protect the goal? Did he score? And I was just like,
getting sent. That's the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
I was like, that's a wild spin zone. Well, he didn't score.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, he only got thrown out.
You know what? The other goalie did a great job too then, because nobody scored on him either that play. So, wow, what a great – he didn't even let him shoot.
Right. Did you see how good Onana was on that play? Because he didn't have to leave the game.
So, just weird arguments. Again, y'all know how I feel about Argentines. So, when Emi Martinez – gets put on the spot and people are there to defend him, I just think they'll also just continue to bring up the 2-time Yashin goalkeeper of the year. I was like, he didn't deserve either of those. What a fucking joke. Thibaut Courtois would never. Thibaut Courtois also would have decapitated that man if he ever did that. Can you imagine if Courtois lowered his shoulder on somebody? He's fucking 6'7".
I was going to say, I don't think he could get his shoulder that low.
That's why I said he would decapitate them.
Right. It would just be his whole ass chest.
Really? So it's just wow. But yeah, Oaks, what else do you got for me?
Wolves, Brentford, disappointment. We already went over Newcastle, Everton, crushed it in the MLS. Only fuck you I have from there is Minnesota versus Austin. That game ended 0-0. I didn't watch, but if I did, I'd want my fucking all that time back. And then I crushed it in Spain and in Serie A. I only had one pick in Serie A, but I clean swept Spain and Serie A. So pretty good there.
All right, solid. All right, so guys, again, end of the season. So I do have a few things to say. So this is congrats. My first one. I've been waiting all year for this. Congrats to Nottingham Forest. Guys, you fucking did it. You got a European spot. Now, were you trying to anoint your coach manager of the year for getting almost a top 4 spot? Yes, you did do that. Did you pretty much think you had it sewed up that you were getting Champions League football? Yes, you did actually have that. Is this better for the development of your club and getting
by like a lot?
Yes, it is. You're going to thank me, all the people that were just through the moon. We're getting Champions League. We're back.
You make the Final Four of a European Conference League.
It wasn't worth it. Now, you can bring some players in that can believe your project, will want to go, hey, we got European football. Let's go win another European title for Nottingham Forest. Get them to buy in. Make sure that you keep your stars. Go get an actual striker. No disrespect to Chris Wood, but he's a journeyman for a reason. He is not
I wonder how playing Champions League did them this season.
Yeah. We could talk to a couple of different teams. What was the team in Germany that probably got relegated? That almost
Union Berlin.
Oh yeah, remember those guys? So
Girona finished 16th in Spain this year. By the way, guys,
it's weird.
Weird when you got
more football is harder.
Yeah, more football against harder competition. All over Europe too. So good luck with the flights.
My next one is congrats to Rayo Vallecano. They tied their way to Europe.
I think did.
13 or 14 draws. And
they're Spanish Juventus. Look at them.
So Juventus is also on my list. They're literally right after this. So shout out to almost every other team in Spain that did play in European competition that earned them an extra spot. Because they just got 14 draws and ended up getting a Europa League spot or a Europa Conference League spot. So congrats to them. Juventus on a down year with essentially no manager. What did they have? 3 different managers this year? So congrats to them. Down year, rebuild year. You have no money. Everyone talks shit on you. Still somehow gets Champions League football and finishes top 4 because that's just what good clubs do. I would love to have Nick Diani on here because man, if Lazio could ever finish top 4, I would just love to see the reaction from Nick because I'm hearing a lot of Juventus slander, but it's weird because they still finished above Lazio. Juventus at their worst is still a top 4 team in Serie A. So it's just shocking that a league that just claims
But
so much
Lazio's got
prowess.
European football next year, though, right?
Who?
After being like second on the table,
Who does?
Lazio. Oh no,
Oh,
they
no,
don't because
actually,
they
that's
didn't.
why I'm on Fiorentina ahead of them now.
Oh no! Oh no
Oh.
way! Final match day. Fiorentina jumped them. When I gave
That's
out Fiorentina money line. Shame.
it's just a real shame. Bologna also qualifies with their Italian Cup, so
Oh no way! Did
there's a
Bologna?
beautiful blank spot right next to Lazio and Milan, where everyone else who earned European football has a nice line there. So the big blank spot on Lazio and Milan just tells me a lot of how it goes over in Italy. And hey, maybe it's not that bad over at Juventus.
Congrats to Como finishing 10th as a newly promoted side too over in Serie A.
Well, congrats to Nico Paz for getting that buyback back to Madrid, and Cesc Fabregas, suck my dick from the back. Guy tried to send a warning to Madrid. We're not going to make it easy for you. It's a buyback clause, bitch.
Yeah, no, we wrote a check, so it's
Thanks.
it's
You cut
over.
the bigger check? Thanks. Because that was a no-brainer to bring Nico Paz back. Because even if we don't want him, flip him for a profit. He's worth more than $8 million.
Right.
So
we can also just loan him out again too.
Yeah, that is true. I wouldn't do it. I'd rather have him than Ceballos in my midfield 9 times out of 10.
I agree.
That's just me. I'd also rather have Nico pass for $8 million than spend 150 for Verts. And let's just let Liverpool.
We're not spending 150 for Verts. Fuck that.
I don't want that at all.
I love Verts. I don't need him for 150 mil.
We don't necessarily need him at all.
Right. We don't need anybody in the midfield. If we're going to spend money on anybody.
I would literally love a Nico Paz that can play multiple positions and fill a hole for when half of our midfield gets injured again. So,
and I'd take Isco back in a heartbeat.
I've been saying that for like 3 years.
I think Xavi has an issue with managing guys he played with, though, which is why Modric didn't get that contract.
I got Lyon on here too. Congrats. They did qualify for Europa.
Oh, good for them.
Also, they'll be losing all of their players because they're broke. So
right, yes.
Congrats for something.
Not getting relegated due to financial sanctions.
Didn't get relegated. Did not get relegated. Did earn European football. Congrats.
Will be cool seeing Marseille back.
Ryan Cherokee to Newcastle. Yo, fuck Marseille.
Best kids in all of France.
Depends.
The baby blues are fucking sick.
Depends. I do have a G-Bong Marseille jersey just because Gaëtan Bong was on that team and I needed one that said G-Bong on it. So
the ones that were baby blue and like kind of metallic from the 90s, they go so fucking hard.
I will always take a Monaco kit over Marseille strictly because they're Kappa and they'll rock black and gold, which always looks good.
Yep.
I
was having this discussion the other day. I can't think of a single team who has black kits and I go, those look like trash. Like black is just universally a sick kit.
Yeah, it's hard to look bad when your kit's all black.
Mm-hmm.
Last two congrats is Sunderland. Shout out Job. They're coming up. And right back at him in Italy. Sassuolo wins Serie B and is going right back up.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, who would have guessed?
Most of Vegas.
Who would have guessed? Domenico Berardi. How many fucking points did he have? Like 40 down there in Serie B?
I actually don't know, but I'm really intrigued. It seems like it only happens in Italy where guys are like, no, this is my squad. We're going back up. Nope. Well, I got him. We'll be all right.
Give me a second. I'll find out how many Berardi had.
Wow. Loriente is on that team too. Nice. Berardi had 13 dimes. He wasn't scoring that much though, actually.
You're right. He was not.
He was just straight dishing.
6 goals, 13 dimes.
Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. And he won the league. Yeah, that's definitely Ballon d'Or. From what I've heard. That's Ballon d'Or. That's the level. So
I
Ballon
mean,
d'Or.
Berardi's still, yeah. Berardi in Serie B is still better than Yamal. So
You know what's crazy? Berardi's 30, and I feel like I've heard him linked to Juventus for like the last 8 years.
yeah,
Anyway, that's all my congrats. I do have some transfer rumors. We're going to start slow, though, guys. It's still May. Transfer window's not even open yet. We're just going to do a couple ones, get the juices flowing to let you know how this is going to go. So first things first. I even wrote on here, ease into it. So I only have 4. I got 4 on here, and they're probably the most, like, the loudest ones that I've heard. So the first one is Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. I've heard cash. I've heard a player plus cash. I don't
I've
know.
also heard that deal's falling apart.
Yeah, I love how like far ahead of themselves Liverpool fans get because man, do they make some great songs and some great edits, but man, do they drop them too early. Because everybody in the football world was just like, Real Madrid, you have the chance to do something hilarious to Liverpool again. We're sitting here like, dude, we already got Jude Bellingham.
No, we're pretty loaded. Have you seen our midfield? We're pretty
like,
fucking loaded.
Who's getting benched? Because it's not Arda Güler and it's not Jude.
Right.
Those are 2 unacceptable names for me.
And we got Kamavinga and Tuch who need to play.
Yep. Oh, and Fede Valverde is a non-argument starter, so
he's the captain of the team.
Yep. I don't know. I genuinely don't know where Wirtz even steps in unless we're switching our whole formation.
Right.
Wirtz to Liverpool though. What vision? Now, mind you, I don't really see it going super wrong. He's ridiculously talented. I just don't necessarily see who plays where. Are you still letting Salah play right wing then? Because you don't necessarily have an out-and-out left wing. You're just throwing Gakpo out there or Luis Diaz out there. Darwin Núñez, I think, was told to find a new team. So
great way to spend $100 million too, by the way.
Yeah. Is Gakpo going to striker? Is Salah going to striker? Is Diaz going to striker? Is Wirtz sitting behind in that Szoboszlai position that he played for like 30% of the games? So I don't really see it. On top of, fuck Harvey Elliott, right? Who does a lot of the same shit that Wirtz does, but in multiple positions. And it's just getting 0. Hey, we'd rather spend 150 on this
McAllister too, who's a fucking stud.
So I don't know. It just feels like a lot of weird moves by Liverpool when I feel like they need defense. But
you don't think that you can just keep running Virgil van Dijk out there until the wheels fall off?
No, you can. That's fine. But if you want to win anything,
okay.
I don't see. Yeah. We kind of saw how that went this year when you had to play against all the other good teams in Europe and didn't work out too well. So,
but hey, they won a terrible England. So
the worst England we've seen in years. Yeah, it was awesome. Speaking of the worst England, we have Sesko to Arsenal. So I love Benny Sesko. This might be just like my news feed coming through, but when I saw that how serious Arsenal was about getting Benny Sesko, I was like, I fucking hate this because it makes sense. They need a striker. He would be a big target striker, young guy, great talent, can develop in however way you think Arteta would develop a striker. Kai Havertz could go back to playing his actual position rather than pretending to be a striker. Benny Sesko comes into the Premier League. And now, Oaks, correct me if I'm wrong. Does Benny Sesko not scream Italian striker?
Oh, 100. That's 150,000% Benny Sesko's job. Be big, play back to goal, net fucking tap-ins. Yeah, that's Benny Sesko all day.
Yeah, so
get up in the air. Yeah, he screams Italian striker.
It could easily work out at Arsenal. It could easily do it. I just don't know if he's exactly what Arteta has in mind for a striker.
But to be fair, Arsenal should make contact and try and buy 8 strikers because the way they do business, 7 of them are going to get sold in the time it takes them to decide who they're going to give a contract to.
Yeah, so Benny Sesko, though, not a bad name for Arsenal. If they wanted to go for Openda, I wouldn't hate that for them either. I know, I feel like they've just taken themselves out of the Isak race. I'm really hoping Isak's happy at Newcastle because I fucking love watching him there. Yeah, Arsenal desperately need a striker. They've needed a striker now for like 2 or 3 years, and Benny Sesko kind of would fill all the holes for him. Next one I got is Cunha to Man U, and apparently this one's all done. I think the medical even got done today, or it's getting done tomorrow. Decent deal for Man U. Don't think it fixes any of their problems.
No, I mean, nothing's going to fix Man U.
So I'm happy for Man U fans that are excited, and he's an exciting player. He's gonna bring something. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, but it'll definitely be something. He's a guy that
he is not on your roster right now.
Yeah, start fights with security, start shit with fans, and he scores bangers. So it's all must see TV for me. I'm just glad I'm not actually a Manchester United fan. As an unbiased neutral watching, yeah, this is exciting. And again, if you are a Man U fan, could go either way. Maybe you get like a prime Rashford Ballon d'Or a couple of weeks from Cunha. I don't know what position he's playing. Is he playing?
I think Cunha will be good. He's back-to-back over 20 goal contributions in the EPL with no European football.
Yeah, but that's when he's the man on his team. He's taking whatever set pieces he wants. He's taking penalty kicks. That was his team. Now he's going into Bruno Fernandez's team. Now he's going into he's not the man anymore over there. So I don't think he's taking all them set pieces, and I don't think he's the focal point of the entire offense anymore. So again, it could go like you're saying, 20 and 20 guy, and they put up the numbers and it works out, and they trust Anarim's system and tactics. Man U over the last 10 years has not made me confident that they're going in a positive direction. Which is
they need to spend $250 billion and they're not going to. So you're going to continue to get bad results. They're not interested in being a football club. They're interested in selling shit with Man U's logo on it. They got money. They don't care. Cunha, yeah, he already has made more in jersey sales than the signing cost. They're not in the being good at football business. They're on putting Man U's crest on any product that they want and selling it for anywhere from 10 to 100,000 times its value. Because you guys are all idiots and you won't stop watching Man U, even though they finished 17th.
Facts. My last one is Madrid, guys. And it's the left back from Benfica, Carreras, to Madrid. I actually saw Fabrizio Romano saying some shit about it. Meet me in Knockout City, pal. I'll be there. I'm the fucking mayor of that city. I don't trust anything Fabrizio Romano says anymore because he is biased as fuck.
Yeah, he's a Barca dick eater for sure.
Yeah, he's for sure a Barca dick eater. And until I see the Comunicado Oficial, I don't really care. He's been wrong before too. So that I remember when Fabrizio Romano was just breaking news left and right, and it was just holy shit, he said it, it's done.
Right.
And he got a couple wrong, and now I don't trust you at all. I have trust issues now, and it's all his fault. But until Real Madrid tweets it out or sends it out, I don't give a fuck. I am excited to have a solid left back that it's been a rough season being a Madrid fan watching our defense, but knowing that we're going to have a left back, which for the last, 30 years has been a position where we have thrived as a team. Like Roberto Carlos and Marcelo covered a lot of that 30 years that I'm talking about. That's the level that we have seen our left backs at. So to go from that to Fran Garcia, which he tried his best.
I like Fran Garcia.
He's just one-dimensional as fuck, and it just does not work at Real Madrid. Now, if we had Jose Lu in there, Fran Garcia could have ran up his fucking assist numbers probably. Yep. But when he's crossing to Rodrigo, Vinny, and Mbappe, and he's putting it in the air and expects them to win 1v1 battles in the air, it's just, I've had enough. Hey, can you try a low-driven cross maybe? No, it's the same one? Okay. It's almost like he doesn't have any moves. It's just, I'm going to try to get my hips around this guy and swing it in. And it'll be nice to see a left back that can just do more than one pass. Maybe even takes a couple of people on. Who knows? Which is like the opposite of what I want for my right back, where I want him to just play defense.
Right.
It'll be really interesting next year.
Right. I just want you to be Danny Carvajal and off gluten.
Yeah. Hold on. How much gluten does this guy have? Check his blood work. But yeah, those are all the rumors I have. Again, guys, we're going to ease our way into it. ease our way into the rumor mill. Oaks, any rumors that interest you there?
No, I mean, we covered a bunch of them. I am excited to see who Man U starts getting rid of. I think you're dumb as shit if you don't take, like, if Bruno go to Saudi, take the bag. Like, what are you doing not taking the bag? I really love watching Man U players leave Man U and then be absolute world beaters.
Well, they did the same thing with De Gea, where he was just backpacking their defense for like 5 years. And they were just like, hey, we could get better defense, or David could just keep doing what he's doing.
Right. Or
you tried to buy him, you were like, oh, our fax machine's broken. Sorry, we can't. And then he left for free. And you treated him like shit. So that seems like how it's going to go for Bruno Fernandes. Sorry to burst that bubble for all the Man U fans out there. All right. Not a ton to talk about for you guys. Again, we do have a UCL final, though. So
you want me to quickly rattle off some MLS stuff before the next slate gets going?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you?
Cool. So coming up, 8 o'clock. This game hasn't started yet. You probably still bet it most places. Crew versus Nashville. I like both teams just scoring over 2.5 there. Seattle Sounders versus San Diego FC. San Diego FC has been red hot, and I like them a lot. But Seattle is just very, very good at home. Incredibly tough place to play. I like Sounders on a draw, no bet there. I also like both teams to score over 2.5. I like a road dog here in the San Jose Earthquakes over LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy is in fucking shambles. San Jose is going to score at least twice. If you want to take both teams to score, that's up to you. I'm not going to. You can probably get a decent draw, no bet number too. I didn't look up any of these prices. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking for MLS here. So last for the late night game, Vancouver Whitecaps versus Minnesota United. Minnesota United has been an absolute fucking wagon. I like them on the draw, no bet here as away dogs again. I do like both teams to score and probably over 2.5. Big thing here. Watch the starting 11. If you don't see Ben White playing for Vancouver, fuck him. Ben White had a hat trick again over the weekend. I think he might be leading the MLS in goals. Like, dude's a dog. Give me 1 second here. Top scorers. Oh, sorry. Ben White is second behind our boy in Philly.
Ty. Big Ty out here. Big Ty guy.
Also, Ben White, no assists this season. So if you're going to bet him to score or assist isn't really going to help you. Just take the goal. That's all I got for tonight anyway.
All right, that was MLS. Guys, we're going to fucking Brazil. So, here's what you need to know about Brazil. So, there's some Copa Libertadores games. There's some Sudamericano games. So, a lot of the Brazilian teams are going to be double dipping this week. Odds are very much in favor of that. So, the teams that I'm looking at are teams that are going to be double dipping, like I just said. So, the problem is the odds look fantastic, but they're playing at home. So they don't have to travel anywhere. They just get an extra run in. And now, without disrespecting too many teams in South America, these are the bullshit rounds. Nobody fucking cares. The good teams are probably going to win their games, especially at home. And we're not sweating those and then looking at a fucking like plus 200 line for any good teams. Like, why is Gremio is playing at Juventude? Juventude couldn't score against a 10-man side. Their draw no bet on Gremio is minus 120 versus Juventude. Go ahead and book that one. Gremio will be playing midweek. They will not be doing any traveling.
Juventude is booty.
So, even if you end up with a draw there, you get your money back. Botafogo, same thing. They're playing against Santos. Santos is literally playing right now. They added their own game in, I guess, because they're broke. They're playing Bragantino and getting their ass beat as we speak.
Somebody's got to pay that Neymar contract.
Yeah, so they're not taking the rest that would have given them the advantage, and I'm getting Botafogo on a draw no bet at plus 100. So just little things to look at. You're going to see some crazy numbers over in Brazil. It is Wednesday. We don't have any lineups, so the numbers will obviously be going down or going up depending how they want to rotate their lineups. I'm not even going to sweat it. Also, told you last week, it's Flamengo all day. Palmeiras ain't shit this year. They're all offense. Couldn't score against Flamengo, though. Ain't that about a bitch? Flamengo holding zeros out here. Flamengo double chance versus Internacionales at minus 135 because Flamengo's playing. Guess where they're playing? At the crib. So we don't give a fuck.
No way.
So, yeah, a lot of good numbers here. I like Cruzeiro, Palmeiras, both teams to score at minus 110. Cruzeiro is my go-to draw no bet team. They're at home. Their draw no bet versus Palmeiras is plus 115. I like that number a lot.
I love those blue kits, too.
And then my last one is Sao Paulo. They're going to be playing midweek, but they're playing against Bahia, who is also playing midweek. The Sao Paulo double chance when they travel to Bahia is minus 145. Just another really solid number for two teams that both have midweek football. So I don't know why the lines are getting skewed so ridiculously when Sao Paulo is still a better football club than Bahia. And then Vasco da Gama and Bragantino are playing each other, and they're just two of my favorite teams to bet both teams to score. Both teams to score is sitting at minus 105. So those are the Brazilian games that you're going to want to look out for. All right. You ready for this Champions League final?
Yeah.
Am I biased, or is this just like not a very hyped up Champions League final? Because I feel like it should be more hyped up based off the performances we've seen from both of these teams in their semifinal games. But it just feels
I think it's a little bit biased because it's like, Madrid's not playing, so.
Well, does it really even count then?
Right. Inter's very live here. Like, I think PSG's good. I was talking to my boy Notorious BOT, aka Suspendo Fernandez, on Twitter. Inter's put the clamps on Special K every time they've played each other. Special K has no shots on target across 5 head-to-head matchups with Inter.
So you're saying he's due?
I'm just saying that he's played Inter 5 times. He has no goals, no assists, and no shots on target.
So it's a Dewey game is what you're saying.
It depends on whether or not you think DeMarco is going to be a bitch.
Well, hold on. So I looked at the Dembele number immediately, and his score assist number is plus 110. So I'm just going to go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and run that.
I immediately went for Dumfries and Hakimi.
Yep.
Their shot on target number, we got Dumfries at plus 135. He scored 3 goals against Barcelona
in the semifinal, and 3 assists, 4 assists.
Yeah, and then we got Hakimi shot on target at plus 150. He loves the spotlight. He loves a big stage. This isn't his first Champions League final. Other than that, I'm with you. Inter, I feel like are getting disrespected big time. The Inter draw no bet, just so you don't have to take to lift the cup, which is also a good number. But the Inter draw no bet at plus 135, that seems like a wild number to put it at for two teams that aren't very far off, despite what the odds look at.
Game to go to extra time or to PKs. Like, have to. It's an Inter game. Come on.
Yeah, part of me wants to take
especially if Lautaro doesn't play. Like, if he's banged up, like, this game screams 1-1.
Yeah, I want to take the under so bad, but then I felt like that in the first part of the semifinals when they put up 6 goals. So I'm not going to sit here and talk you into Inter to have a very boring final, which is what I think is going to happen.
It wasn't boring, but like they took City to extra time 2 years ago when they were here in the exact same position.
They should have won that one too. Which
they should have, except for Lukaku. Fucking blows.
Lukaku is a giant.
Lukaku fluffed 4 sitters in front of the net.
Yeah, like bad sitters too.
Yeah, like Rose-Z sitters on shit that like a toddler could have tapped in.
And then Inter was like, "Damn, why did we get this dude?" That was his Ballon d'Or year too. What a waste! Oh, it's a real shame.
It's because Chelsea paid 40% of his wages or some shit like that. That was the year when he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to go to Chelsea," and then He's like, I miss Italy so much. And they're like, all right, peace.
Yeah, I've always been a Chelsea fan. I loved Chelsea. Okay.
No, man, but
Actually,
I get it. I love 75 milli too. Like, I get it. They backed up the dump truck.
it's kind of like when Morata was like, well, it was always my dream to play here. And he said it for like 4 different clubs. Juve, Chelsea, Real, Atleti. Everyone was his dream club. It was crazy.
AC Milan until they sent him to Turkey.
Well, yo, I saw the post was like, oh, Morata with another goal. He's got 6 in 12 games to help Galatasaray lift the title. And I was kind of just like, I was expecting a way more impressive. Oh, you scored every other game as a striker in the Turkish league? Because what was Osimhen's number? Do we even?
He won goal. He won the league. He won most. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. What a weird coincidence. The actual striker didn't suck, and they won the league. But let's mention Morata. I was just kind of like, is this what we're doing here? Did they really just say Morata wins it for Galatasaray? Osimhen put up 25 fucking goals.
In league play alone.
Yeah. So. But hey, man, Morata did it. Again, good for him.
As far as this PSG game, PSG Inter game goes, the other guys, you got to take a look at is Calhanoglu. Obviously, he's going to take any PK as long as he's on the pitch. I like his shot on target. I don't hate his 2 shots. You guys know I'm a big DeMarco guy. He always shows up in big games. I like 2 shots for DeMarco. I like shot on target for DeMarco. I could easily see to score assists too, because he does put in some nasty crosses there from the left-hand side. You guys know I'm huge on Dumfries. We know he loves the spotlight. It looks like Pavard's not going to be available, so expect a little bit of rotation there on defense. But yeah, you covered most of the stuff I wanted to talk about on PSG. I just had to throw in those couple of things about Inter that I normally talk about. So those are other guys.
If you can get Barella to just take a shot at a decent number, I don't hate that either.
Yeah.
The shot market looks wild. I think the Calhanoglu shot on target was almost 2-1.
Yeah, and he takes a ton of their set pieces, and he's got a fucking cannon. So, like, especially late, if you need a goal, he's getting checked for chicks without hesitation.
Steady. But all right, that's all the games I have for you guys. No wheel, no picks. It's the off season. Oaks, any plugs? I know you got baseball coming up and probably some playoff basketball.
Yeah, I don't really do a ton of NBA. I was big on college basketball. Still am. Will be next season as well. I would love to make more YouTube content. I'm working on it. I'm trying, but I gotta pack up my place. I gotta move. Like, I got a lot of shit going on as far as I'm doing in my personal life. So yeah, I'm gonna be working. I'll have shit. I'll let you know on Twitter and through YouTube when I have shit. But it's my off season too, guys. We're gonna be big on international stuff and transfer rumors. But like, I gotta take care of some shit now so that in August we can get back on the grind.
All right, I have some new Young Leg logos I just sent over to myself that we're cooking up as well. Put out some more merch for you guys this summer. You can get all those in the description below, tftdrip.com. That's tftdrip.com. Link is right down in the description. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you follow us on Twitter as well. That is right down in the description. You just scroll down. It'll take you down to X, the Everything app. You can follow me at a Young Leg. You can follow Oaks at BurrOaks77. And make sure, as always, follow us on TwoFootTalk at TwoFootTalk at TWOFootTalk to get all the updates on everything we got going on. Shows, live shows, all of our picks, and any of the new shit coming to the store, tftdrip.com. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Trying to keep it nice, quick 45 to 50-minute episodes for the summer, maybe even shorter. Depends how the transfers go, because I'm just locked in on Brazil for the next 3 months.
Yes, sir.
All right. And if Oaks has nothing else to add, it's fuck what you heard.
It's what you're hearing.
Yeah, exactly. We're TwoFootTalk.
We out.
Peace.